the kitchen like Boyardee, bitch. Bark all you want, but you won't bite me. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another cartoon tier list. Today, we're finally gonna hit Disney Channel. So after a quick little drag and drop, we're gonna survey some of the shows. So off rip, we see some bangers like Dave the Barbarian. We see Fish Hooks. What else do we see? American Dragon Jake Long. Any honorable mentions? This is gonna be a rough tier list because a lot of this is unnamed, but we're gonna see what we can do. So let's get started. I have no idea what this is, literally, so bye. I vaguely actually remember this show. For the life of me, I can't remember the name, but I'm definitely gonna give it C tier because it was typically one of those like gag cartoon shows that sometimes had some funny stuff going on. Once again, haven't watched. I feel like they mixed a good bit of like new age cartoons and old age cartoons on here. So once again, didn't watch. Now I do remember the animated Avengers, and it was definitely A tier. I'd have to do a rewatch of that to see if it's like higher, because I do remember it was like Marvel continuity. Not sure who you are, little dude, but you look memorable. So I'm gonna give you honorable mention. Can't see enough to see it. Haven't watched 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 it. I'm sorry if some of these are like your favorite cartoons, so please just enlighten me to what they are, and maybe like if they're good, please recommend them. I'll watch them. Haven't watched it. Haven't watched it. All right, now here's for a good change of pace, because it's Dave the Barbarian. This is a S tier show. Dave the Barbarian was one of those shows that for some reason came on it came on Disney and Disney XD, but it only came on during like late night cycles. But basically, Dave is a barbarian. He has two sisters. One is the princess, one's a little girl that doesn't kind of want to be a princess. You know, that typical trope, kind of like Brave if you really think about it. But as you go into the story, Dave has his miscellaneous adventures and shenanigans and everything going on. But it's a very, very high tier show in terms of like classic cartoon, and the theme song is fuego. So moving on, Ducktales. I'm gonna give Ducktales A tier, not for simply nostalgia. It's been rehashed and done over and over again, but I do love the story of Scrooge McDuck like taking in his four. I don't remember it being, maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. But yeah, his four. Did Daffy? No, Donald did take him in, but either way. Have no idea what this is, or this. Fish Hooks is definitely A tier. Very good, not only like, it's a very good concept. It's a bunch of fish going to school, and there's various fish that all have like the key characteristics and trait of what that fish would actually have in the wild. So definitely an A tier show to go back and watch. No idea. No idea what Gamer's Guide is. Gravity Falls. Gravity Falls, S tier. S tier. Gravity Falls is literally one of those shows that's on the same level as like Regular Show or Adventure Time. Like it sparked massive fandoms just off like some of its very first seasons. And I'm not gonna lie, whenever a cartoon goes outside the classic cartoon formula, it's kind of due to be very good. So here's a classic one, Gravity Falls. We got Skipper and Maple. The Guardians of the Galaxy's Marvel one, we're just gonna give it A tier because they put enough money into it and the voice acting from the actual Marvel world where you can't really like diss it outside of anything other than continuity issues. No idea what this is, but I do remember it, and it was garbage. This is actually B tier because it showed the classic different versions of the Hulk. I only saw this like a couple times because there's Red Hulk, there's Blue Hulk. I believe that's She-Hulk right there, and that's normal Hulk. I feel like Gray Hulk was in the show too, but never seen I Am the Band. The American Dragon Jake Long. He's young and fast, he's the chosen one, but we're not bragging. He's the American Dragon. Tier one that's gonna be up there because one of those classic cartoons, once again, great rewatch, but it also features a lot about Chinese culture, mythology, and then various other cultures of mythologies when it comes to like dragons and everything, to the point to where like even after they did a weird reboot where Jake went from being like this puffed up chest buff like American. He's what you would consider an American dragon, but now in the reboot he looks more like a more eastern, far eastern dragon, you know, the ones that don't necessarily have wings, that I think the ones that they would say conjure clouds. But definitely worth a rewatch. You're definitely going to be on the Unveiled on this channel, so if you're seeing this, stay tuned. Jimmy Two Shoes, have no idea who you are, Jimmy. Jungle Nest, have no idea. Kaijudo, I vaguely remember the show, so I'm gonna give it a C tier. I liked most things that had something to do with like fucking wild animals. Kik Butowsky, Kik Butowsky was the ultimate daredevil, and he's gonna get an A tier just because Kik did not follow a lot of normal formulas. And look at this man's fit, like, bruh, look at it. He did not care. Look at his belly. It's funny. All right. I remember kicking it as one of the Disney always had this weird mix of shows that always came down to like their decent animated shows and then like their reality shows, but their reality shows sometimes did hit. So I'm gonna give it a C tier ranking just because you can only do so much with these kids doing various sports and activities, honestly. Kid and Cat, I do very, very scarcely remember. This was like the tail end of when I got older, but I'll definitely give it a C tier. It's something that will come on, and you could definitely watch it while you're waiting on your favorite show to come on. I can't even read that, so I have no idea what it is. No idea what that is. No idea what that is. No idea what that is. Only vaguely remember this. I actually watched it frequently, but I think his name was Ant, but we'll give him honorable mention just because I really don't remember. Ninjago. Now, I know people have what they have to say about like the Lego Ninjago series, but no cap, A tier. A tier. Like if you actually watch the Ninjago series, oh god, I'm tongue twisted. If you actually watch the series, you will see that it's very well written. The story is very good. They have a lot of like character switch ups. Like some characters turn evil, some characters get taken over in like cybernetic ways. But it's really good. They all go through their individual struggles with the elements of Ninjago. It's a pretty good show. No idea what this is. This is not the Spectacular Spider-Man, but I do remember it vaguely. It'll get a C tier. Can't even the Amazing Spider-Man. I think that's what it was. No idea. No idea. The Mickey Mouse show. I'm pretty sure that's what that was. I feel like if I don't give Mickey a high rating, Disney's gonna like flag my video. Sorry, Mickey. You're gonna get C tier. Vaguely remember it. We'll give it an honorable. I've seen this. That's the thing. Like a lot of times when I see these tier lists, like it's long and time consuming to go in and make like a full one yourself. So usually you get a template and adjust it. But I would really wish that like there were names on some of these, because the name would definitely spark more memories than just these pictures. But haven't seen it. 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 I feel like, I don't know if this is Phil of the Future or not. Haven't seen it. Phineas and Ferb, though. These kids are going to be on an eternal summer vacation. Eternal. I honestly feel like they're in purgatory or they died and went to hell or something. Because there's no way. First of all, how's the song go? There's 104 days of summer vacation. Bro, y'all get 3? I think it was more than 104 days. But y'all get like 3+ months off of school? Boy, we got like a month and a half. We got out of school in basically August and went back we got out of school in, what's that, May, June, July, August. Went back at the start of August. We got 2 months. That was classic, all we ever had. But actually pretty good show. Lots of little innuendos. Nobody can forget Perry the Platypus. Nobody can forget Dr. Doofenshmirtz and his very, very, very elaborate schemes that make absolutely no sense. Like if you've never seen Phineas and Ferb, just imagine this. Like you're going to work and then suddenly an evil villain just freezes all the roads and he's just like, everyone will have to go back to their homes and spend a miserable day with their family instead of going to work. That's Dr. Doofenshmirtz. Very, very barely inconvenient things. That's why he stays off like the list of flagged villains, because he's more helpful than actually harmful. No idea. No idea what you are. No idea what you are. No idea what you are. Pucca. Boy. S tier. I watched this show growing up with my cousin, and it's a show basically about these like little chibi ninjas. And there's Pucca and there's Garo. Garo is like a village ninja, very silent type, Sasuke type character, and Pucca's constantly trying to run Garo down and literally like basically like manhandle him into love, if you catch what I'm saying. But it's actually a really good show. A lot of very cool concepts, a lot of fun things. Like I said, I grew up watching it with my cousin, and it was one of our favorite shows to watch together. So shout out to Pucca. No idea what this is at all. Sorry. This looks like knockoff Digimon. Sorry. Star versus the Forces of Evil. I'm not sure of the actual name of it, but it's another one of those S tiers, because like it's fandoms like Steven Universe level, and it's kind of from that like Owl House generation of animation on Disney, which I really can't speak that much on because I tuned out of Disney when I was like 17. I'm 24 now, so that's a pretty extensive time skip. But actually a very good show. Like, it starts off, you think it's kind of, you know, make believe, but Star is actually popular enough to be featured on another popular YouTube channel like Screw Attack, and she's been in an actual death battle before, which is crazy because those characters like her aren't gonna kill anybody, but she beat Steven Universe. So Star Wars Rebels, this was actually a pretty good one. I think, yeah, this has been made since like because Star Wars used to come on Cartoon Network, but I haven't seen much of it, but I've actually caught a few episodes since it came out. It's definitely a B tier. No idea. This show is actually B tier, not just because it's Marvel. I do remember that it was like the little fun, like non-canon adventures that also explain certain things in the Marvel universe. Don't necessarily remember the name, but I used to play the tower defense game of this on the Disney website a lot. No idea. The Owl House. Okay, once again, the Owl House, S tier. Now, if you've seen my other tier ranking videos, you'll know that usually if I put something in S tier, that means it has immense rewatch value. That means you will rewatch it and you'll find little things that you didn't even know. You'll be like, oh my God, is that Azula from Avatar's voice actor? Yes, she is in the Owl House. Like, usually, like I said, what comes along with like a higher animation budget and voice acting, or at least like different concepts, it allows shows to explore like every show I've listed so far in the S tier. I'd say Pucca might be the weakest one, just because she's older and it was more of a Disney XD show. A tier would be shows that are undeniably good, but once you've watched them, you might just get the full digest of it. I feel like I could say definitely Ninjago's right on the border of it. Like right on the border of it. B tier is just shows that are watchable. I might not have an extensive memory of them. Same thing with C tier. But specifically for C tier, it would be shows that I don't remember at all. If you notice, nothing has been put in D tier, because D tier would be a show I remember that was actually just not that good of a show. And didn't watch / garbage. There's I've named them off. Most of these are just ones I didn't watch. So I felt like I needed to explain that. And didn't watch. Spectacular Spider-Man. S tier. One, the most epic theme song ever. Cue the music. The most epic theme song ever for any TV show I've ever heard of. It gives me goosebumps every time I hear it. It's such an energetic song that young me, growing up where I did, there was no exposure to something like this. So I can definitely say it influenced me in different paths in my life, especially when it came to like freedom, expressing creativity and stuff through music I hadn't heard. So, you know, pretty cool show. No idea. Yin Yang Yo was another Disney XD show, if I remember correctly. I'll actually give Yin Yang Yo D tier, because like, yeah, it was good, but it was definitely like nowhere near as like significantly well animated or story based as any of these, and it didn't even have the like watchable gag factor that this show had, because I remember all the characters from the show. It was one of those shows that they sneak in little things behind like cartoon graphics. It's weird. I remember Zeke and Elle, actually. It wasn't a terrible show, yeah, because I think either Zeke was the tall redhead or Elle was, but that was definitely a D tier show. It was just another one of those Disney reality shows. No idea. The original Ducktales, like I said, is just gonna be S tier. Like the rehash one, now this is definitely the original one. Like Fuego, nostalgia reason, and just because classic Disney they painted stories and pictures that became parts of all people's childhood, so they're undeniably good. Gargoyles, S tier. when you have a show that has Keith David voice acting a character in it, it's already over with. But Gargoyles is another one of those older TV shows that if you're younger, you might not have seen them. But if you grew up in like the 90s, early 2000s, or you could have caught the reruns and everything, Gargoyles is an amazing show. Amazing in-depth lore and amazing characters and voice acting. Yeah, it's a little older, but oh man, I'm telling you, give it a try. Had a hiccup there. No idea. The Replacements. I know those characters all. The Replacements is an A-tier show. It definitely has really good rewatchability, and you can always kind of like, when you come back to it, there's a little surprise because their parents were always doing like secret undercover stuff because they're a spy family. So you get to catch like various things, and then the dad's a daredevil. He's like a spinoff of Eva Knievel. Yo! Super Go-Go Hyper Monkey Force Go. I'm not even sure if that's what it is, but oh my god, I didn't think they have it on this tier list. This is awesome. Okay, this show, like upon first glance, you would think it's just a kid and some robots, right? This show gets so real. Like, it's like the Power Rangers, but they use the animation and stuff to describe a much darker depiction of what can go down during like mech fights. Nobody's necessarily dying, but Disney XD always took like a more extreme spin-off. But wait. Okay, I might edit this out, but some of you might like this for authenticity reasons. Wait, yeah, I'm gonna look this up. I have to actually know the name of this. This is amazing. I knew that show off the first sight of it. Come on. I'm sorry, everybody. Forgive me. It's Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go. Yes, bro. Yes. Look. There we go. Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go. It came out in 2004 and it had 4 seasons. Oh my god. Please go rewatch this show. What is it on? It's on Disney Plus. I'm gonna go rewatch this show. I forgot entirely. This show is amazing. So just for my reaction alone compared to every other show I've like hit on this tier list, please, you already know what it is. Okay, The Emperor's New School. I'm sad that like they didn't really include like more of it, but that was just mainly because like I forget his name, but the voice actor of Kronk in the Cusco storyline is a really good story. It's actually spun off and kept the continuity somehow. I forget her name, like Evala or Idali. The lady that was trying to poison Cusco, you know, right? The poison for Cusco. Cusco's poison. The poison for Cusco. The poison that's gonna go in Cusco, and Cusco's gonna drink the poison. Yeah, that poison. Yeah, that lady. She's the lady that is also still like the dean or principal, some type of like administrative position in the school. So she gives Cusco plenty of hell. Timon and Pumbaa, the final show on the tier list. B tier. The Timon and Pumbaa show is pretty good, but I'm not gonna lie, like, yeah, they're memorable characters, but their best acts came really from the Lion King movies themselves, and their role they played is like not kind of surrogate fathers to Simba, but also like showing Simba a different way. But that's it for the tier list, everybody. I hope you like it. I hope my reaction to I'm gonna have to read the name again because I hope my reaction to Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go was well worth you watching the video. That is amazing. I forgot about this show. I'm definitely gonna go back and watch it. Thank you. So, as we wrap this up, I'm gonna drag this back over here. I hope everybody has enjoyed this tier list just as much as I have. I'm not gonna lie, like this has probably been one of my more fun tier lists. I definitely feel like even though there were a lot that I didn't necessarily put in higher tiers, because D tier is near vacant, I do have a fond memory of a lot of shows because I appreciate any artist's take on a lot of things. So sometimes it's more harsh, sometimes it's not. A lot of these shows I probably could have thrown in like less memorable tiers, but things change. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. So this has been another tier list video with your boy Psych on the Psych Ward. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe, and click that bell icon to know exactly when I'm gonna drop another video. It happens about once a week, once every other week. Who knows? We'll find out, won't we?